Everyone, I hope everybody is doing great. I got a question about how to get stress triaxiality in ABAQUS CAE. In older versions, we used to post-process it by first getting the principal stresses, computing the mean stress, which was adding the three principal stresses divided by 3, and then divide this mean stress with the equivalent of von Mises stress, and that would have given us the stress triaxiality. But now in ABAQUS CAE, or in an ABAQUS input file or analysis, you can directly get the stress triaxiality as an output. So in this short video, I will show you how you can do it quickly. So I will just create a small job first. You can skip to the later part if you just want to see where to really get it. So I'm going to create a part, just maybe few element part or whatever. And let's make it 10. I'm not sure what dimension we are. So it's like a cube now. I'll go to the property. I will make it elastic for now to keep my life simple. And let's say it's in steel and everything is modeled in millimeters. So it will be 210,000 megapascals. And Poisson's ratio, I'm just using 4.3 for this case. Then I will create a solid section, homogeneous, and assign the material to it. And then I will link that section with this part here. And once I assign the section, the material will be assigned to this component. Now I go to the assembly. I import the part or instance the part here. And since I have only one part, so I don't need to do assembly here. Now I can create a step first. So I'm going to go with a static general step for a static analysis. I'm keeping the analogium on. I'm asking it for a large number of increments. It can go up to, if you don't know how to set all these parameters, I have detailed videos on each one of them on my channel, so have a look at that. And I have a full course on ABAQUS analysis for a standard and also explicit cases as well. So I have done that, and here is the point where it comes. So you go to the field output request manager, press edit, and you see you currently have these as default for the whole model, and it will be written after every one increment. So you can change the frequency here, but the most important part is the stress state. So you go to the stress field here, and here you should need to select the triaxiality, stress triaxiality option. You can also obtain load parameter, but I will leave it for some other day. So for now, we just go with this. And now I go to the loads. I'm saving my time. I'm just going to fix one edge and I will apply some displacement on the other side. So I'll press done here. I'll fix all the dimensions. Again, all these are just random dimensions I'm choosing to save me some time. I go to the other face. I apply a displacement boundary condition on this face. X2, I think I need to apply in Z direction. See, when you do things in a rush, you can't really get the right thing. So negative X, that means it's a tensile load. Positive will mean it will go in the positive direction. It will be a compressor. Now I go to the mesh. Let's mesh it with maybe these number of elements. I don't know. Then mesh it. Okay, I will check. Since it's a static analysis and I'm going to use reduced integration elements, 3D stress, linear, reduced integration. So it is better to have hourglass stiffness, which it will require to control any kind of hourglassing effect or zero energy modes. And then I'll go to the job, create the job. I will say try X for now. And I will use everything here. I always say that go with the full and double precision there to use the full thing if you have a very small or very large number to deal with in your results. So once this is run, so you can go to monitor and you can see the progress. If everything is fine, it should pre-process the file. And everything is fine. This means all the data which we have defined is good in terms of input. And now it's running the analysis and we will start to see some progress. In any case, it's running. So during the run as well, you can check. So rather than wasting your time, I'm just going to show you the results. So you can see it's a tensile load and it's acting there. And now if you go to this module, the output variables, and you see triaxiality. And if you plot that, then you see this is the triaxiality right now. At this here, you have all the I mean, your constraint basically says that all the direction displacements are fixed, so you have more or higher value of stress triaxiality. And as you move away from this, you are converging to a uniaxial case, in which case your triaxiality should be around 1/3, which is 0.33. Yeah, the triaxiality value. So the dark blue would be that. So this way you can get it, and you can get a contour plot. You can also check or see the variation of triaxiality during the deformation by plotting XY curves as well. If you want to see XY curve plot as well, then comment below and I will make a video on that. So thanks for looking, and I hope this answers your question. Have a great day.